Welcome to Daily Lenten Reflections with Father Stephan Alexander and the Parish of St. Martin de Porres, Coryal. For these reflections, we're using the Ascension Lenten Companion. We invite you to journey with us throughout this Lenten season.
Feet. This is my body, which is given for you. Luke chapter 22, verse 19. Good Friday. Imagine that you are standing at the foot of the cross. As you look at the base of the cross, you can see the thick wood that holds the Savior of the world. It is rugged. It is unfinished. Thin streams of blood are trickling down to its base. As your eyes inch ever upward, you notice Jesus' feet. The nails there are less of a distraction than you initially thought, as your memory immediately is taken to the night before when he washed your feet and the feet of the other apostles. As you stare at his feet, all you can think of is how sacred that moment was in the upper room. As your eyes continue to slowly move upward, you notice Jesus' arms outstretched. In some mysterious way, it seems as if he is making a statement, as if it is almost fitting that his arms would be open in mercy for eternity. Your gaze stops as you stare at his hands. Again, you remember the way those hands held bread the night before as he said, "This is my body." You remember how those hands held the cup of wine as he said, "This is my blood." At that moment, as you stare at his hands, you see both his body and blood before you. Your eyes eventually connect with his. It seems as if he has been looking at you all week. The way he looked at you on Monday in the temple, on Tuesday at sunset, and on Wednesday night around the campfire. You remember well the way he looked at you last night in the Garden of Gethsemane. There is something extraordinary in his eyes today as he hangs on the cross. As you stand there at its base, you are captivated by the way he is looking at you now. Just then, his mother, who has been standing beside you, gently steps around you so that she can kiss his feet. Mary embraces his feet with her hands. At that moment, she is brought back to his childhood when she held his feet in her hands. She leans forward to kiss his feet as if she is in a deeper space interiorly than the external world around her. With great reverence, she pulls her lips from his feet, and her eyes are locked on his in a way that only a mother can look at her son, and a son can look at his mother. With her eyes captivated in this gaze, she reaches out with her hand and embraces your hand. With a mother's strength, she pulls you close to her, while at the same time never losing sight of Jesus' eyes. In that moment, time stops. You look up, and you too are lost in the way Jesus is looking at you. You are there. You are there now. Jesus is looking at you. He is looking at you now. You can feel Mary's grip on your hand. Stand there at the cross with Mary and see where the Spirit leads you next. Going deeper. Read John chapter 19. Be with Jesus. Be with Mary. Be there. Keep holy silence between noon and 3 p.m. today, knowing these were the hours when Jesus hung on the cross. Allow the grief of this day to permeate you and your life so you can rejoice in the resurrection.